like this around you. Country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. I'll tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand that? Interfering with nature. Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. They're extinct. We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared. That's what nature does. They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day. And I mean regardless of our behavior. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully. Leave nature alone. Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important. So self-important. Everybody's going to save something now. Save the trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails. And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't even know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to care for one another. We're gonna save the fucking planet? I'm getting tired of that shit. Tired of that shit. Tired. I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these self-righteous environmentalists, these white bourgeois liberals who think the only thing wrong with this country is there aren't enough bicycle paths. People trying to make the world safe for their Volvos. Besides, environmentalists don't give a shit about the planet. They don't care about the planet. Not in the abstract, they don't. Not in the abstract, they don't. You know what they're interested in? A clean place to live. Their own habitat. They're worried that someday in the future they might be personally inconvenienced. Narrow, unenlightened self-interest doesn't impress me. Besides, there is nothing wrong with the planet. Nothing wrong with the planet. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. Difference. The planet is fine. Compared to the people, the planet is doing great. It's been here 4.5 billion years. Did you ever think about the arithmetic? Planet has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe 200,000? And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? That somehow we're going to put in jeopardy this beautiful little blue-green ball that's just a-floating around the sun? The planet has been through a lot worse than us. Been through all kinds of things worse than us. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles. Hundreds.
A good binger or something where you might do a whole lot of shit and fucking get sick for a week afterwards. You know, the planet's been through quite a lot. I had to interject there to break this up so I don't get a copyright strike.
Thousands of years of bombardment by comets and asteroids and meteors, worldwide floods, tidal waves, worldwide fires, erosion, cosmic rays, recurring ice ages, and we think some plastic bags and some aluminum cans are going to make a difference? The planet isn't going anywhere. We are. We're going away. Pack your shit, folks. We're going away. And we won't leave much of a trace either. Thank God for that. Maybe a little styrofoam. Maybe. Little styrofoam. Planet will be here and we'll be long gone. Just another failed mutation. Just another closed-end biological mistake. An evolutionary cul-de-sac. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance. You want to know how the planet's doing? Ask those people at Pompeii who are frozen into position from volcanic ash how the planet's doing. Want to know if the planet's all right? Ask those people in Mexico City or Armenia or 100 other places, buried under thousands of tons of earthquake rubble, if they feel like a threat to the planet this week. How about those people in Kilauea, Hawaii, who build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room? The planet will be here for a long, long, long time after we're gone, and it will heal itself, it will cleanse itself, because that's what it does. It's a self-correcting system. The air and the water will recover, the earth will be renewed, and if it's true that plastic is not degradable, well, the planet will simply incorporate plastic into a new paradigm, the earth plus plastic. The earth doesn't share our prejudice towards plastic. Plastic came out of the earth. The earth probably sees plastic as just another one of its children. Could be the only reason the earth allowed us to be spawned from it in the first place. It wanted plastic for itself. Didn't know how to make it. Needed us. Could be the answer to our age-old philosophical question, why are we here? Plastic. Assholes. So, the plastic is here, our job is done, we can be phased out now, and I think that's really started already, don't you? I mean, to be fair, the planet probably sees us as a mild threat, something to be dealt with, and I'm sure the planet will defend itself in the manner of a large organism, like a beehive or an ant colony can muster a defense. I'm sure the planet will think of something. What would you do if you were the planet trying to defend against this pesky, troublesome species? Let's see, what might... viruses. Viruses might be good. They seem vulnerable to viruses. And viruses are tricky, always mutating and forming new strains whenever a vaccine is developed. Perhaps this first virus could be one that compromises the immune system of these creatures. Perhaps a human immunodeficiency virus, making them vulnerable to all sorts of other diseases and infections that might come along. And maybe it could be spread sexually, making them a little reluctant to engage in the act of reproduction. Well, that's a poetic note. And it's a start. And I can dream, can't I? See, I don't worry about the little things. Bees, trees, whales, snails. I think we're part of a greater wisdom than we will ever understand. A higher order. Call it what you want. Know what I call it? The big electron. The big electron. Whoa. 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 It doesn't punish. It doesn't reward. It doesn't judge at all. It just is. And so are we. For a little while. Thanks for being here with me for a little while tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Hi, John. Bill Nye the Science Guy here. I'm going to explain the complicated logic behind carbon pricing. But first, safety glasses on. When something costs more, people buy less of it. Safety glasses off. That's it. Okay, safety glasses on. When we release carbon, say by burning coal or driving an SUV, all of us pay for that in the form of things like fires, floods, and crop failures. Putting a fee on carbon creates incentives to emit less carbon. And more importantly, it also incentivizes the development of low-carbon technology, which is huge because that's vital to reducing emissions globally. And because for some reason, John, you're a 42-year-old man who needs his attention sustained with tricks, here's some fucking Mentos and a bottle of Diet Coke. Happy now? Here, I've got an experiment for you. Safety glasses on. By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees. What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
We're killing the earth, and that's really fun. No one believes us because we are young. Our forests are turning to ash in a second. Ask California, they'll tell you about it. They'll tell you how they have lost all their homes while Trump turns a blind eye and tweets on his phone. Global warming's an expensive little hoax for the last time. This is not a joke. Our factories are working and toxins emitting. The ozone is crumbling, and we won't stop putting chemicals in what we're trying to breathe. Our future.
Yeah, I did the George Carlin. Welcome to the stream, Renee Martin. I did the George Carlin. I ought to do George Carlin, The Earth and Plastic next. Oh, let me find that one. But this is I found some really cheesy rap songs and stuff about, pro global warming and pro climatologist crisis. And they were from, 2012 and stuff like that, back when Al Gore was doing his thing. Some real cheesy ones from years ago. And I haven't seen any new ones. And so this is one that actually sounded like actual music. But, I mean, the way she sings it, if you've heard music sung like this before, it's a type of like a rhyme, like a haiku rhyme, but they sing it like this anyways. This is the only decent one I found that, but it's anti, it's against the supposed lie about global warming. The lie about global warming, about cow farts, and we're destroying everything. The simple truth of the matter is within 26 days of the people being gone off of this planet, the Earth would recover itself totally, and within 6 years would overgrow everything we've ever created. And then the next tectonic plate movements and stuff, the new mountain ranges and lava flows would take everything else out with it. The nuclear waste would get circulated into the lava and sink back down to the core of the planet in time. What nuclear waste we have created. But anyway.
Is stolen and we are the thieves. Sea levels are rising and icebergs are melting. The coral reefs are dying and no one is helping. Do you realize they keep the oceans alive? This started back in 1985. Don't come to me when your child can't think of what a tiger is, cause they're extinct. Don't cry to me when your fur coat ain't clean. The endangered list is now 41,416. Dear 2045, I don't think we're gonna survive. If you end up hearing this story, I just want to say, I'm sorry.
This Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade is packed with lemonade.
Who's worried about everything. You got people like this around you. Country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand
I played
that?
this one already. It's saving the planet and the Earth with. This is the Earth with plastic though.
Everybody's
Part
going
in
to
it.
save something now.
Save the trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails. And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? The planet is doing great. It's been here 4.5 billion years. Did you ever think about the arithmetic? Planet has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe 200,000? And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? That somehow we're going to put in jeopardy this beautiful little blue-green ball that's just a-floating around the sun? The planet has been through a lot worse than us. Been through all kinds of things worse than us. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles, hundreds of thousands of years of bombardment by comets and asteroids and meteors, worldwide floods, tidal waves, worldwide fires, erosion, cosmic rays, recurring ice ages, and we think some plastic bags and some aluminum cans are going to make a difference? The planet isn't going anywhere. We are. And we won't leave much of a trace either. Thank God for that. Maybe a little styrofoam. Maybe. Little styrofoam. Planet will be here and we'll be long gone. Just another failed mutation. Just another closed-end biological mistake. An evolutionary cul-de-sac. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance. You want to know how the planet's doing? Ask those people at Pompeii who are frozen into position from volcanic ash how the planet's doing. Want to know if the planet's all right? Ask those people in Mexico City or Armenia or 100 other places buried under thousands of tons of earthquake rubble if they feel like a threat to the planet this week.
Do you feel like a threat to the planet?
Why? You build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room. The planet will be here for a long, long, long time after we're gone, and it will heal itself, it will cleanse itself, because that's what it does. It's a self-correcting system. The air and the water will recover, the earth will be renewed, and if it's true that plastic is not degradable, well, the planet will simply incorporate plastic into a new paradigm, the earth plus plastic. The Earth doesn't share our prejudice towards plastic.
The Earth plus plastic.
Came out of the Earth. The Earth probably sees plastic as just another one of its children. Could be the only reason the Earth allowed us to be spawned from it in the first place. It wanted plastic for itself. Didn't know how to make it. Needed us. Could be the answer to our age-old philosophical question, why are we here? Plastic. Assholes. So...
All right, yeah. Man, I get so much of my philosophy from George Carlin and who fucking, I can't think now. Not Bill Cosby, but not Chris Rock, fucking Eddie Murphy. And like Cheech and Chong, and man, I get philosophy from some of these comedians of the 80s and 90s and 70s. There's that guy that smashed the fruit all the time, Gallagher. If you've ever watched Gallagher, and his brother does the same. His brother's fucking a whack job, but he does the same thing that Gallagher does. You can't tell them apart either. There's Gallagher and there's Gallagher's brother. And it's funny because they were at it fighting each other at one point over the show. They do it a little different. Each one of them does it a little different and they do their own thing. It's funny. Stupid brothers fighting. Yeah, the plastic and the planet. The planet Earth needed plastic and more nuclear fuel, so it invented humans to make it for it. because as a planet being an all-knowing consciousness, it doesn't have 5 fingers. It didn't have a creature with 5 fingers and toes and a brain like ours, so it had to create us slowly to get what it wanted. It wanted plastic and styrofoam and chemicals and everything that we produce, nuclear waste. Yeah, just wanted to take it into itself, into its core, and then get rid of us. Take in all the stuff we left. Of course, nothing but nuclear waste, and that's only going to last, 2,000 years? This solar system has been here for billions, trillion years or more. You think 2,000 years is a blink of an eye to fucking a trillion years? I mean, when our star burns out, Jupiter or Saturn is next in line to either refire up, because they might have been on fire before, or not fire. It's not thermodynamics on the sun. It's electromagnetics and plasma. It leads into thermodynamics, the heat from it, but that's not fire on the sun that you see in shit. The sun's not on fire. It's electrical. And it's electrochemical, okay? It's electrochemical because it supposedly is burning hot helium-3 or something. Burns helium-3. But anyway, something couldn't stay on fire that long or combust that long without having a big combustion. So it's not really combustion is what's going on the surface of the core of it's fission and fusion is what's happening on the sun. So if you understand fission, I get them confused. One is when you break an atom in half, and then the other one is when you combine atoms together by force, by whatever force is necessary to do that with. Lasers can do it. We find electrical frequency at a high enough amplitude and voltage can do it. Wattage can do it. Split atoms or recombine them. So, is Ariel? Where is Ariel? Where the fuck is Ariel? He is supposed to have been on my stream, and he said he came on yesterday, and I was asking for him to come on the stream. He said he came on yesterday, the day before yesterday, because I didn't do a live stream yesterday. I got my shot, and I was sleeping after I got home. So I was sleeping during the last night's scheduled time, 7 o'clock, So I don't have much news for you guys today. I've just been playing the new season of Warzone and kind of keeping my mind off all the crazy news and shit that's going on, man. I have to decompress for a couple months out of the year around this time, because if I don't, I go crazy in the springtime. I ask my mom. I'll go fucking nuts if I just worry about shit all the time. So, my phone's starting. I need a new phone too. If anybody wants to send me $140 so I can get an iPhone 6S, put my SIM card in and fix it to this crappy free phone. It got adware on it. Now it don't even want to work. It takes 10 minutes to do anything. I don't understand. I put antivirus. I put 2 antiviruses on there, and a cleaner in it doesn't do anything. Something happened to my stream. Are you guys still there? Say something. Yeah, source. Oh, I'm not dumb, dude. I might act dumb, but I'm not dumb. Don't ever call yourself dumb. Hey, Alvin. I've educated myself for a lot of things over the past 20 years. Ever since I had my son, it's been 23, 24 years. I would say I was pretty dumb and ignorant when I was a teenager, but I had metaphysical knowledge and spiritual, and knew how to manipulate energies in people's minds when I was young. I didn't know to what end I would need to do it to cause a good reaction later on in life. Never did that. Never did that. So too smart for our own good. Yeah, that's why they put me in a mental hospital and gave me medicine when I was 22, because I was going off and about stuff people don't like to talk about. When you can read someone and get to them, right then, and when they're questioning you and you turn it around on them, they don't like that. They tend to medicate you, put you in a room. But yeah, anyway. My parents wanted to believe there was something wrong with me to justify my dad's alcoholism and my mom's OCD, and they're fighting every fucking day and night and shit. Fucking terrible fights, man. I'd lock myself in my room, fucking cry myself to sleep. Fuck. But dad's gone now. We don't fight now. I just got to deal with mom and her OCD and shit. And she's a lot to handle sometimes, but sometimes she's not. Sometimes she's really good. I get out of hand too. So, I mean, everybody gets out of hand. AR, guitarist, car is an AR guy. Doesn't mean you're dumb. You just kind of like to follow the stream where it goes, And sometimes it gets you lost when you follow that river or creek down a couple bends in the creek, and you don't know where you're at. And you find a little tributary, follow that up somewhere. Maybe you might find a secret spring or something. You find shit when you get lost. You find shit. But this whole climate thing isn't something to get lost about. I mean, it's pretty common sense. What George Carlin, it makes common sense then. He still does today. I mean, people aren't causing climate change. It's a solar dynamics. It's the solar system that determines the cycles on this planet, the climatological cycles. And we've observed cycles, but they're not consistent. They're not repetitive. They look like they could be, but none of them are actually repetitive, like the ice ages or the floods or anything like that. So all we do know is that it changes. It does change. And usually changes a great deal when the poles flip. Or if another interstellar body comes flying through our solar system close to us and our sun, or blows up in our solar system like Tiamat did. So, whatever the hell made the asteroid belt in between Mars and Jupiter. Your mom's crazy? Yeah. Most women are. Most women are loony, toony, fucker, Looney Tunes. That's why I won't have one until I get old enough when I don't have my mom around and I need a woman. But then she'll probably be loony, senile, half senile by then too. We'll be old enough to she'll be senile if I find one. And you just have to accept it, I'll probably be getting senile by then too. Who knows? I might start getting senile next week. Well, I've been having to delete music out of my videos because I keep getting copyrighted. They block my video. They don't give me strikes, but what I don't understand is how can they give me a copyright strike? How can they give you a copyright strike when you violate copyright stuff and they block your video or just give you a warning? Why do they have to give you a strike like they did me that one time for doing it in live stream? All my shit's live streamed. It's just sometimes they don't catch it. But if you start cussing YouTube and you get somebody watching you and they click you copyright while you're live, it gives you a strike. That's fucking retarded. Anyway, everybody's moving to Odysee Library, Bitchute, and DLive. There's a few more like Rumble. That you can go set up on. But I would suggest if you don't have alt media accounts set up by now, then you need to go get them set up, because the next 4 years YouTube is going to have another purge. They're going to get itchy and they're going to want to purge all the goddamn conservatives off the platform. So it's nothing but a left-wing echo chamber of kitten videos and transsexual stuff, pedophile stuff. Gaia has its own network. The sci-fi stuff, sci-fi paranormal stuff is on Gaia. And there's another channel. I wonder what happened to Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel's still around on cable. I used to watch Sci-Fi Channel, History Channel, USA, and local news stuff. And I haven't watched TV in years. Not cable entertainment, anyway. You're only 26. You're drinking yourself to death. You got out and ran away. Yeah, it seems to be like most of us, Alvin. I've dabbled. They say, yo, you've dabbled in the occult. No, I've mastered a lot of shit in the occult, and I just put it on the side. And that was years ago when I was a teenager, before I even got into drugs or before they even medicated me. I was studying the shit, metaphysics and stuff, when I was 11 and 12. My first magic book publication was Ritual Magic. can't remember if it was Buckland or I think it was Buckland, Raymond Buckland that wrote that book. Yeah, I was 13 when ritual magic. I had learned how to do ritual magic and all sorts of things, psychological tricks, and make it flashy to seem like it's not psychological or mental tricks, but it actually is. It's all it is. Yeah, well, I'm on D Live. I'm streaming to D Live right now. I'm streaming to 10 platforms right now. I lost my LinkedIn profile. Something happened. They wanted me to send my fucking driver's license. So I did. I guess my phone don't take good enough pictures, so it didn't work. I have to use my son's camera. And I'm not worried about my LinkedIn. I never did anything on LinkedIn. LinkedIn never helped me out one fucking iota the whole 11 years I was on there. Even after I changed my shit around and not sound crazy. I'm on Twitch. I'm on VK. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Periscope, which is Twitter's video streaming. I'm on YouTube, of course. I'm on D Live. I'm on Daily Motion, streaming into Daily Motion. I'm streaming to Vaughn Live. I'm streaming to Vapors TV. And I'm streaming to No Live, which is a gaming platform. So is D Live, kind of. VK and Vaughn Live. And Vapors TV is for people that vape, just to watch people that vape. And I don't fucking vape in my house. So, and if I did, it'd be CBD oil. So I quit smoking pot, pretty much. I mean, I got a little bit for my birthday setback, but it's just a bowl, a couple of heads. Yeah, well, you need to set up a Restream, and it'll connect you to all those accounts and let you set it up through Restream and everything. It takes you to the sites and I did a video on alt media sites, and I need to do another video on alt video uploading blogging sites like I need to do a special video on Bitchute, Odysee, Lbry, but I covered them in this one video. It's social media video I did the other month ago. Go look at that one. And it's good to be signed up to all the video sharing platforms you can that don't charge a premium or something for basic stuff. Or trick you into a recurring fee for a free trial that gets you into a recurring fee. If you have to put your credit card information in to use it, I can't remember what the platform was that charged me $80 and put me in the hole the other month ago because I signed a temporary thing with them, I think, and then they fucking charged me and overdrew my bank account, fuckers. And I didn't even upload one video to the motherfucking place. Well, I've been waiting for Ariel for 38 minutes now, and he ain't fucking on. It's 7:34. Came on my regular time. I told him to be on so he could fucking explain Beltane. Anyway, guys, Ariel's going to cover the astrological, the cosmological aspect that's happening on Beltane on April 30th, my birthday. There's a Uranus and something else is conjuncting, and it should mean something significant on that day and those 2 days, which is my birthday, which is Beltane. If you don't know what Beltane is, it's a Wiccan pagan fertility festival, spelled like that, Beltane. And then I believe Walpurgis Night is up there in the popularity with Beltane. But Walpurgis Night is that Saint Walpurgis burned witches. It's not really a wicked celebration. It's a Christian celebration of burning witches. Walpurgis night. Yeah, you don't use credit cards. Yeah, I've only got one credit card. That's what I got this computer with. Basically maxed it out after I got some clothes after that. Oh, a monitor. Got a monitor in this computer. But I needed it to work from home. But now I can't find a work from home job. They all want to train you for fucking 3 months or some shit. I'm like, 3 months? How about just 2 weeks training? Is that good enough? 2 weeks? I mean, I'm a professional fucking speaker anyway. I don't need too much training to become a fucking call service guy. When I deal with fucking robocalls and call center people 4, 5, 6 times a day when they call my house, you think I can fucking do it? I think I can. I don't even know. I don't even think I need training. I could probably handle the work of 3 or 4 of their fucking best call center people at any company in the world, as long as they spoke English, of course. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I've been doing hour-long streams around 7 a.m., 7 Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just tune in around 7. You'll catch me. I'm trying to make that a thing, here lately. So if I can get a hold of Ariel, we might do another stream later tonight or late tonight, like around 3 a.m. So be looking for that. But sometime in between now and Beltane and April 30th, my birthday, we're going to do a little thing about what's going on astrologically with that. So as far as what rituals and things might be done during that time, as far as fertility festival rituals and stuff. So I will see you all tomorrow or later tonight. I'm going to be, I'm not streaming. Well, I'm going to test it out again because they just put a new graphics package in. I'm going to test this Call of Duty live stream for anybody that's interested. See if it affects my frames per second all that much. And if it does, I'm going to quit streaming and just record and upload those. Tomorrow, I'll have some content uploaded. I've already got some recorded. Nothing too spectacular, but it's good gameplay. And you'll see what kind of weapons and stuff I use, gun builds and stuff I use. I'm a little unconventional where I don't use like the suppressors, the monolithic, or even if it increases your bullet velocity. I don't know. I think they affect your movement speed more than is worth it compared to bullet velocity. I don't know. I've never seen them. I've never seen bullet velocity variants using them, but I don't know. Some people think it's godly to stay off the map with a suppressor anyway, and I don't. Some guns it does help though, but most of them I don't really see any of the shit. I run without no suppressor. Most of my guns. The Kilo I was using has one on it. I think I'm going to take it off. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, motherfuckers. Mr. Mission Control's out of here.